Hi, my name is Kayla and I've been keeping fish for a few years now. When I first started out, I had a betta fish and I named him Charmander. I bought him a small half-gallon tank that was marketed as a betta condo. Bought a fake plant decoration and I plopped him in. I really enjoyed watching him swim around and his colors were really beautiful. I fed him every day and I was diligent with changing his water. I'd remove him from his tank, dump out all the water, rinse everything off, and then fill it back up with water that I had used dechlorinator on, just to make sure he wasn't swimming around in chlorine. As I would later find out, while my intentions were good, this was definitely not the correct way to go about taking care of my little fish. Winter rolled around and Charmander got sick. He'd lay at the bottom of his tank and was very listless. Eventually, he stopped eating. After speaking with my local fish store and reading online, I discovered that he was in need of a heater. Purchased a small heater that helped bring his water temperature up, but by this time he was already too sick, and unfortunately he died. I had already started reading more into what it takes to keep a betta fish happy, and I discovered that there were a few things that I was doing wrong, and some ways that I could improve the living conditions for my fish. First, I should get a filter going. I should get a larger tank so that he actually had room to swim around and move, and I should also figure out how to maintain water parameters. So I decided to get a new 10-gallon fish tank. This is probably the most popular size tank in pet stores. Compared to Charmander's little half-gallon cube, 10 gallons would be a nice amount of room for my new fish to swim around and explore, instead of feeling like he lived in a closet. I had everything I needed. I went out and bought my new betta fish and I named him Patrick Swayze. I put Patrick into his new home and could tell right away that this new betta was much livelier and loved all the space to swim around in. I went out and bought him a few decorations for his tank, a big fake plant, and a nice cave so he could hide. I started reading up on keeping an aquarium and I realized that there's a trick to keeping your water healthy for your fish, and that is understanding how water parameters work. You see, fish waste and leftover food breaks down in your tank and creates a chemical called ammonia. This ammonia is toxic to the fish. This is where your filter comes in. Your filter has living bacteria growing on the sponges, and this beneficial bacteria help to break down harmful chemicals in your water. The first type of bacteria turn the ammonia into nitrite. This nitrite is also harmful to your fish, but don't worry, there's a second group of bacteria that work to turn this nitrite into nitrate. And nitrate is only harmful to fish if it's in large amounts. Plus, it also builds up more slowly. This is good news for your fish. However, if we go back to my cleaning methods with my first tank, you'll see why scrubbing down the tank and rinsing all the gravel was actually causing more harm than it was good. I was getting rid of all that beneficial bacteria. Equipped with my new knowledge, I was able to provide Patrick with an amazing new home. Eventually, I learned about keeping live plants, and I started keeping other fish. I upgraded to a larger tank, and eventually my betta was living in a fully planted 55-gallon tank with lots of other community fish. Thanks for listening, and happy fish keeping!